A 5-year-old girl sells recyclables, but the owner secretly rigged the scale. Without checking the weight, he gave her $20 and tossed her a bag of old clothes, saying they were just unwanted rags. But his wife didn't understand. So she angrily questioned him. "What are you doing, honey? That junk is only worth about $3. Why rig the scale and give her $20? And those clothes were new for our daughter. Why did you give them all away?" But the owner didn't explain. He just told his wife to look outside. The girl has a mentally challenged father. She's earning money for his treatment. She carries the whole family at this age, and they didn't expect that. As the girl left, she knelt down to the couple. She knew the owner helped her silently. "He's a good person. When Xiaodai heals her father, she will repay you, uncle." The girl kowtowed deeply. Seeing this, the couple felt a pang of guilt. The girl's maturity was heartbreaking. Just then, the man suddenly collapsed, spitting blood. Seeing this, the kind couple quickly took her to the hospital by tricycle. The doctor told the girl, her father's brain is severely damaged. Without surgery, it could be life-threatening. The girl knelt to the doctor, begging to save her father. "Doctor, please save him. Xiaojie can't live without her father. Xiaojie will give you all her money." The doctor sympathized with the girl, but the surgery costs 200,000. No one would pay for a stranger. As she was in despair, the owner gave her all his money, and comforted her that her father would be okay, telling her to be strong and not give up. Sure enough, with the couple's encouragement, she cheered up quickly. She went room to room with a sign, hoping to raise money for her father. However, everyone kicked her out as a scammer. Helpless, she cried in the hallway. A CEO saw this while visiting her father. "So young, earning money for her father. Where's your mother?" "I don't know. I've never seen my mother. I don't know where she is." If it wasn't difficult, then your intentions are right. But this isn't appropriate in the hospital. Take this money. Thank you, auntie." After the CEO left, the girl stared at her, like burning the benefactor into her mind. Little did she know, it was her mother. 6 years ago, the CEO hid her identity for love, and married the girl's father. Life was poor, but happy. They were very happy. Soon they had their own child, but it didn't last. 10 months later, the CEO hemorrhaged during childbirth. The hospital's tech was limited. The doctor said transfer her to a city hospital. The hospital didn't want to ruin their reputation. They had to leave within the hour, but they had no money. Even though the man begged the doctors, none could help. So, after an hour, they were thrown out of the hospital. "It's my fault. I couldn't find a doctor to save you. What am I going to do?" Just as the man despaired, doctors and nurses rushed out with a gurney. Without a word, they rushed his wife back inside. The man was stunned. Before he could react, several luxury cars sped up. It was his wife's father, who had heard what happened. He arrived with his people. He hit the man with his cane, accusing him of failing to care for his daughter, and demanded he leave her. Only then did the man realize his wife was the daughter of a tycoon. The tycoon threatened to force a divorce, or he wouldn't let the doctors save her. For his wife's safety, the man tearfully agreed. Soon, his wife gave birth to a daughter, but the tycoon said the blood of commoners would taint his family. Without a glance, he gave the baby to the man. When his daughter woke up, the tycoon lied, saying the baby died, and her husband had left her, too. He thought this would end her feelings, but she went to find her husband. She said she'd never leave her husband. She rushed to hug him, but tragedy struck again. Her husband accidentally fell. He fell from the building, and was badly injured. Seeing this, the already weak woman collapsed. She fainted. When she woke up again, the tycoon wanted to end her pain. He lied, saying the man died from his injuries, and she had to accept reality. She should come home and take over the business. After that, the woman closed off her heart. For 5 years, she cried every day. She refused another blind date. When her father heard he had a heart attack and was hospitalized, she rushed to the hospital. Seeing he was okay, she felt relieved. To avoid his nagging, she left on business. But in her haste, she dropped the ring her husband gave her. The tycoon found it. He didn't want anything to remind her of him. He threw it to a girl outside the hospital. She realized the ring was gone. She and her assistant hurried back. Soon, the assistant saw the girl with the ring. She assumed the girl was a thief. She tried to grab the ring. "What are you doing?" "Miss, I found your ring. This little girl stole your ring." "I didn't steal it. Grandpa gave it to me for my dad's treatment." "Stop making things up. That ring is important to me. Give it back now, and I'll forget what you did. But I need it for my dad. I can't give it back." "Do you want money, right?" Sheen, assistant, give her money. "Here." But the girl wouldn't take the money. She needed 200,000 for her father's surgery. She held up 2 fingers. 2,000, good, I'll give you 2,000. Not enough? You want 20,000? 20,000's not enough? How much do you want? 200,000. You're really asking for a lot. You're so young, asking for so much money. Who's putting you up to this? Nobody supports me. My dad's in the hospital with black tooth disease. The surgery costs 200,000. Please, auntie, have mercy. But this time, the CEO didn't compromise. She said the girl's too young to be bad, and she'd teach her a lesson for her mother. The assistant snatched the sign and stomped on it. The girl cried, saying she wasn't lying. Her father was in the room behind. But the assistant didn't believe her. He was about to teach her a lesson. Luckily, the CEO stopped him. She'd check if the girl was telling the truth. But the man was still in a deep coma, and the girl feared they'd hurt her dad. So she offered to return the ring for free. They missed a chance to reunite. In the days that followed, the girl collected scraps day and night, but she was far from 200,000. The doctor was touched by her filial piety. She'd apply for the SIA Group's aid. If approved, her dad would get free surgery. Coincidentally, the CEO personally reviewed this project. As she was about to see the man's info, she was called away to meet a big client. So, she left the approval to the assistant. When the assistant saw the man's file, due to her deep bias against the girl, she rejected the application and called the hospital, kicking them out. Don't touch my dad's things. Okay? We're just following the rules. Throw their stuff out now. Ouch. Someone's speaking up for you. My name is. Never mind. Stop. What are you doing? Auntie Young, please help me. Please? Please, what's going on? Whatever the girl did, these are patients. Why treat her so roughly? Help her up. You're Xiao Dai, right? You want to use this love. Like a heart, I smiled. You want to be free, laughing. Neither love nor you matter. Maybe I'll meet someone else. Making similar promises. A woman brings her daughter to the hospital. The doctor is her long-lost first love, but the doctor doesn't recognize her. He doesn't know the daughter is his. 7 years ago, she was a 300-plus pound woman. She dated the richest, hottest guy for 3 years. He hid the relationship. Few people knew they were dating. But still, Xiao Pang was happy. It didn't last. Xiao Pang brought him a birthday gift. She overheard his conversation. You're not really with that fatty? Really? I'm telling you, she's so fat she's dripping with oil. It's just for fun. I'm going abroad soon. Why even mention her? Why would the richest bachelor date a fatty? Xiao Pang felt like she couldn't breathe. She decided, heartbroken, to never see him again. Xiao Pang moved abroad and changed her look. Only her best friend knew. No one knew she was the old Xiao Pang. Even now, Fu Xiao doesn't know her. He doesn't recognize her. But he doesn't know. He's been searching for her. He fell in love with the innocent Xiao Pang. He asks about Xiao Pang. He goes to reunions, even though he hates them. But always, he's disappointed. He arrived at the reunion this year, but Xiao Pang wasn't there. He was so disappointed. A classmate said Xiao Pang died. Really? Yes. I saw her in the hospital 6 years ago. She looked awful. She was pale and pregnant. She probably had a kid. Hearing this, he was devastated. He didn't want to stay. He said nothing. He left the reunion. Meanwhile, the woman was there on business. She didn't want to go to the reunion. That person is dead. She wants to live a quiet life with her daughter. But unexpectedly, she was on the phone. She bumped into the distraught Fu Xiao. She froze. Why do you want to complete me? She didn't want anything to do with him. She apologized and tried to leave. Her scent gave him a glimmer of hope. He didn't care if she wanted to or not. He grabbed her and forced her into his car. In the car, he asked what he was wondering. Have we met before? Doctors have many patients. You probably forgot. My daughter has a heart condition. I brought her to see you. I haven't. I mean before that. Hearing that, she denied it. So, he didn't press her. He took her phone. He saved his contact information. He said it was for future appointments. Then he drove off. A jealous woman saw this. She thought the woman tricked him. She wanted to teach her a lesson. The jealous woman was her boss. The next day at work, the boss sent her to a warehouse 100 kilometers away. The woman knew it was on purpose. To keep her job. He finally swallowed his pride and agreed. After the woman finished and got a cab, it was already midnight. But unexpectedly, the taxi driver saw her out alone so late and had bad intentions. He probed to see if she was single. Then, the woman sensed the driver's intentions, and was terrified. She frantically called the rich man. Hello, honey, what's wrong? I'm driving. Honey, I'm almost home. Can you pick me up at the gate? Okay. Learning she was married, the driver changed direction, and took her to her destination. Seeing that no one picked her up, the driver turned right back around. He was sure she was single, and decided to make a move on her. Luckily, at that critical moment, the rich man arrived in time, saving her. Thank you for taking me to the doctor. Just a cut on my lip. Although she didn't want to get involved with him again, he had just saved her. So, to thank him, she took him to a roadside stall for a snack. As they sat down, he asked why she called him when in danger. Hearing this, she lied, saying her husband was abroad, and she didn't have friends here. But the rich man didn't believe her. As he was about to press her, the owner came over to take their order. Seeing this, the relieved woman ordered 2 wonton soups, and told him one without dried shrimp. The rich man was stunned, because only his ex knew she hated shrimp. No one else knew. 2 wontons, one without dried shrimp. The woman steps out for a quick bowsy when street punks block her path. Their catcall cutie provokes her anger. Annoyed by their mockery, can't even spare an old lady? She fiercely swings her purse at them. Earlier that night, this 60-year-old dementia patient forgot to turn off the stove, nearly causing a fire. Her family planned to send her to a nursing home. Refusing to burden her family, she ran away instead. Drifting aimlessly, she boards a mysterious night bus. Where's this bus going? She asks. You'll see, the driver replies. Humming herself to sleep, she awakens transformed, miraculously young again. Unaware of her transformation, she mistakes a cabbie's greeting. Hey, beautiful, need a ride? As harassment, flirting with old ladies? Disgusting. At a food stall, the vendor stares oddly at her. Young man. 2 pork buns and soy milk. Excuse me? You're young but deafer than me? Listen. 2 pork buns and soy milk. Still oblivious to her youth, she's targeted by thugs who leer. Hey there, gorgeous. Enraged by their disrespect, she draws a knife, but the thugs laugh it off. Out of my way. Faking elderly frailty, she collapses dramatically. Her clumsy act and youthful charm catch a film CEO's attention. My 1950s drama needs a lead. My star actress just quit. As the CEO despairs, he spots the perfect replacement. He scatters the thugs, then offers her the role, only to get slapped. She mistakes him for the man who abandoned her 50 years ago. You heartbreaker. She storms off, leaving him stunned. How can he resemble that scoundrel? With filming imminent, the CEO pursues her, handing his card. Let's discuss the role. Who'd cast a 60-year-old as a leading lady? This is a scam. My business card. She eyes the embossed card skeptically. You embody my character's grace and spirit. Love story? Pa. At my age, romance films? This is absurd. Finally glancing at a mirror, she pinches her cheek. Pain confirms reality. I'm young again. All the odd encounters make sense. Her arthritis gone, energy restored. How did this happen? Memories surface, the strange bus ride. Returning to the stop. No phantom bus exists. Dismissing the mystery, she flees from the CEO to relish her newfound youth. At a restaurant, she feasts, rejoicing in chewing freely. Her joy fades seeing the bill. In my day, meals cost pennies. Sticker shock hits. Miss, your total is 599 yuan. What? This is highway robbery. But he had already eaten the meal, so he reluctantly pulled out his meager savings wrapped in layers, barely scraping together enough to pay. This convinced the secretly observing CEO he was perfect for the 1950s drama's lead role. He embodied the essence of women from that era. Later, she boarded a bus, but instinctively swiped her senior citizen card, forgetting her youthful appearance. Young people these days, utterly hopeless. His weapon was gone. The CEO then gave her star treatment, booking a luxury suite, and told his grandfather, I found the girl you described. Grandpa was thrilled, urging him to bring her home soon. Unbeknownst to all, the CEO's grandfather was the man who'd abandoned her. What kind of life have I been living? Fresh from her bath, she visited the once trendy nightclub. Suddenly, an uninvited guest arrived. It was the originally cast lead actress, the renowned diva. Learning the CEO replaced her with another, she confronted them both, determined to prove her superiority. Though her usual fee was hundreds of thousands, she sang gratis at this humble venue, hoping to shame the CEO into reinstating her. You You, drifting across miles, awaiting your return. I still remember Shu's brilliance, echoing in my heart. But the woman found the divas singing mediocre, infuriating the star. To prove herself, she challenged the woman, who accepted fearlessly. It's just a song. In her youth, she was the cultural troupe's star performer. The crowd erupted in cruel laughter. Undeterred, she took the stage, though none believed she could outshine the diva. It wasn't until her husband tore open his chest, revealing the cardiac electrode patch, that the wife realized his impotence was genuine. She had blindly trusted her sister-in-law's false accusations, labeling her husband as a pervert with twisted habits. Xia Miao discovered the horrific scars on his back, uncovering her family's conspiracy to send him to Nanda Institute. 2 years earlier, when he helped take her company public, he overheard her sister-in-law's scheme in the restroom. Rushing to confront them, he found the sister-in-law provocatively dressed, deliberately loosening her blouse. Before fleeing in fake tears, her waiting brother dragged her before the crowd. Facing the sister-in-law's tearful lies, the husband stood speechless. In her rage, the wife followed her mother's advice to transfer him to a U.S. branch office to fully remove him, so her brother could seize the company. They secretly enrolled him in Nanda Institute, ordering the dean to break him in her name. Thus began his 2-year ordeal. Until graduation day arrived, the family reluctantly retrieved him. At departure, a coach implanted a cardiac shock device. When his heart rate exceeds 120 bpm, it delivers electric shocks, rendering him incapable of intimacy. Any strenuous activity becomes impossible, including marital relations. Clutching final hope, he returned home. She prepared a welcome dinner. Her family plotted new schemes, determined to expel him completely. In their bedroom, he grew agitated, seeing she'd kept his clothes. His heart rate instantly spiked past 120. How laughable. Nostalgia triggers cardiac alerts. The oblivious wife believed reconciliation neared, eagerly approaching him upon arrival. Remembering her betrayal, he remained cold. The sister-in-law offered poison peace, toasting with tainted wine. 2 years of torture couldn't be erased by wine. He refused forgiveness. His continued hostility made her force the drink upon him, unknowingly dooming him again. The alcohol triggered cardiac shocks instantly. To hide his humiliation, he fled to the bathroom, puzzled by the reaction. His heart raced uncontrollably. The sister-in-law followed stealthily. He finally realized the wine was drugged. She reenacted her old scheme. Their struggle caused a fall, witnessed by the arriving family. Enhanced by her theatrical tears, he faced the same accusations, demanding why she never trusted him. Am I truly so vile to you? I saw it with my eyes. How can I trust you? After this? For 3 years, I endured hell at Nanda Institute. My impotence proves my innocence. As doubt crept in, the brother changed subjects, accusing him of lying to escape blame. Then shockingly, Nanda's dean arrived, confirming her authorization to bring the shock device key. Now certain of her betrayal, her feigned innocence made him snap. Stop acting. You know my condition. How could I be guilty? He ripped open his shirt, exposing the device. The raw wounds. As shocks racked his body, she finally understood the truth. His family panicked and unleashed their secret weapon. Newly crowned as the top scholar, he brings a scheming woman to break off his engagement. The schemer is the prefect's noble daughter, while his fiancée is a mere villager's daughter. She sustains herself by selling clay figurines publicly. The scholar feels she's now beneath his status. He rushes to end the engagement. Little does he know, his humble fiancée is actually the emperor's long-lost favorite princess. At 5 years old during Lantern Festival, her royal brothers lost her to kidnappers. She was thrown off a cliff but survived, found by a farmer who raised her as his own. Now grown, she supports her scholar fiancé, unaware he's been scheming with the prefect's daughter. When he achieves success, he cruelly abandons his repeated failures. She tirelessly supports him. When neighbors announce his success, she finds him embracing the prefect's daughter. Amnesia hides her royal past. Her clay figurines fund his ambitions. Secretly, her brothers insured, publicly, renounces their engagement. You're but an illiterate peasant. A refined lady like Miss One rushing to reunite. They witness the betrayal. As the scholar rejects their princess, royal wrath descends on the arrogant social climber. Justice arrives with royal fury. The brothers stand witness, as their sister's worth gets denied. Now comes their moment, demanding repayment for funding his studies. But the scoundrel refused, denying both the debt and her years of financial support.